Hey guys, my name is Cyrek. Welcome back to my channel. I want to give a huge thank you to all of my first 100 subscribers. Thank you so much for your support and for coming and watching my content. It really means a lot to me. This is definitely the first milestone and many to come, and I just want to thank you guys for being the first. To show you my thanks, I thought I would tell you all a little bit more about myself by doing my top 10 favorite games of all time. Also, side note, for those of you who've been following my channel throughout quarantine, I officially have a haircut scheduled for like 3 days from now. I am so excited. Okay, so without further ado, let's just jump straight into the video. Okay, so the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to go from my 10th favorite all the way down to my very favorite of all time. Most of y'all probably already know my favorite of all time. If you've seen me on Twitch or anything like that, I talk about this kind of stuff all the time. By the way, link in the description below to that. Okay, so number 10 on the list, and this might be a surprise to a lot of you guys, but it's actually Minecraft. Now, let me explain. I still love Minecraft to this day, but I don't play it super often due to the fact that I just played it for so much way back in like middle school and early high school that I don't know, I kind of knew everything about the game at that point, and so it's not hard for me to catch up to know everything about the game again. But I'll play it like once every 6 to 12 months, and I'll really get into it for like a week or two. And I still love it every single time. I love finding all those new things that they keep adding to the game. I love trying to go for the Ender Dragon and all the other bosses and stuff. It's a lot of fun. I have so many hours in this. This is easily the most played game for me between about 8th grade and 10th grade. This was back when the game was in beta. So like before the Ender Dragon even existed, before there were villagers, before all of that stuff. This was so old that they had the alpha version on the website for Minecraft a long time ago. Moving on to number 9, this also might be a surprise, and it's pretty similar to number 10, but I like it just a little bit better, and that is Terraria. Now, for those of you who don't know Terraria, it essentially looks like a 2D side-scrolling Minecraft, but the difference with this one is it's a lot more objective based, and as well as the weapons and stuff in the game is just far more vast than in Minecraft. You can have guns, spells, swords, bows, special weapons called like yo-yos. There's a lot of depth to the game for what the game is and what it looks like. It is seriously a lot of fun, and while it kind of looks like Minecraft, it is very different, and it's been one of my favorite games for years now. So moving on to number 8, this is also a game that I don't play as much anymore. I do play it, just not as much as I used to, but I feel like because I have like over 3,000 hours in this game, I have to add it to this list because of what the game has meant to me in the past. Parts of the game still mean to me and the things that I enjoy about it, and that game is League of Legends. Now, I've started playing League of Legends in 2013, and I played it religiously until about halfway through season 8, so a year and a half ago. I quit the game for about a year, and then I came back, and I'm now playing the game somewhat frequently, not that often. My favorite champion in the game is Rek'Sai, by the way, with close to 600,000 mastery points on that one champion. Yeah, this game's a lot of fun, and I've had a lot of great memories. I've met so many good friends because of this game. It would just be wrong to not include it on this list somewhere. Moving on to number 7, Super Mario World. Now, this was the very first game that I ever owned. I was 7 years old, and it was on my silver Game Boy Advance. For those of you who are a little bit younger and may not know what that is, imagine like a one-screened DS that has no backlight. So if you were in the car at night playing this game, you literally had to like hold it by street lights, like to be able to see the screen, or you had to get a nightlight clip-on that plugs into the top of it. It was old, but that game was my jam. It is still one of my favorites. It's probably the reason I love Mario games so much. It's probably the reason why I love Mario Maker so much. Super Mario World is still my favorite part of Mario Maker. This game will always hold a very special and dear place to my heart. Okay, so number 6 on this list is Animal Crossing Wild World. As far as New Horizons, I'd say like if I'm rating the games, I'd say New Horizons and Wild World is probably like on the same spectrum. As far as like how good it is, like I'd give it probably the same score. They're both absolutely amazing. However, Wild World was my childhood. I have a lot of great memories of me and my little sister playing this game together on our DS. We each had our own copy of the game, each had our own villages. We would constantly be visiting each other's towns. And I just have a lot of really nostalgic, great childhood memories to Wild World, which is why that made the list and New Horizons didn't. Number 5 on the list is Mario Kart Double Dash. Now, I love the entire Mario Kart series. Super Mario Kart for the SNES was the very first game I ever played. It was in the basement of my grandmother's house, and I was probably at her house as much as I was at my own house. So I was playing the SNES all of the time, and there's another game on this list that actually was from that console, but we'll get to there. Double Dash is by far my favorite of the Mario Kart series. The maps on it were amazing. The double rider, being able to switch your items back and forth to have more strategic use for the items, absolutely amazing. I've beaten this game probably more than I've beaten any other game ever. I think it's close to 12 or 13 times I've 100% a Double Dash. I love that game. Me and my family used to play it together growing up. Me and my sisters, and even sometimes my parents would join in and race us. I mean, I was always the best, but it was still a lot of fun. Fun fact about me, I actually held the 11th fastest time in the world on one of the time trials on Mario Kart Wii. Big accomplishment moment for 12-year-old me. Okay, so on to number 4, Super Smash Bros. Melee. Don't get me wrong, I think Ultimate is a better game. I enjoy Ultimate more than I do Melee, but I can't ignore the countless hours that I have into Melee. I can't ignore the fact that Melee was the thing that got me into Super Smash Brothers. I would play that game so many Saturday mornings. I've beaten that game a couple times through. I love Melee. It has a near and dear place to my heart. It's what cemented my love for the Smash Brothers franchise. I'm in no way, shape, or form a Melee hardcore advocate to where Melee is better than Ultimate. I think Ultimate is a better game. Ultimate has so many great features, and I love Ultimate. Okay, so we're down to the top 3. Number 3 is the other SNES game I was talking about, Donkey Kong Country. This game is awesome. This is also a game I've beaten probably like 7 or 8 times. It's gotten a lot easier since I've gotten older. I remember as a kid I struggled a lot trying to beat this game. I think I did beat it once when I was like 8, but I remember it being really, really difficult. However, I don't know if you guys can see the SNES Classic in the background over there. I beat Donkey Kong Country with like dying twice or something, like a month ago. Yeah, it's a lot easier than I remembered it being, but I love this game. I love the music in this game. I love the level design. I love just so much about this game. It's so much fun, and it never fails to disappoint when I run back through the game again. On to number 2. This one also might be a surprise to people because it is relatively new, and the fact that this game was able to cement itself above all of these games from my childhood that I have so many great memories of and so many hours into. And this is after like one playthrough, it made it onto my top 10 list. I love this game. So my number 2 is Celeste. I love platformers. Super Mario World made sure of that, as well as Donkey Kong Country. Celeste is just everything that a modern platformer should be. It modernizes that very genre that literally shaped my view of video games forever. It has an amazing storyline. It has great character development for Madeline, who you're playing as going through this game, as well as the platforming sections are absolutely phenomenal. What's really great is while this is a challenging game, you never have to go too far back when you mess up. Like, you always go back to that one room. It's not like in Mario or something where you get really far and then you die and then you have to go all the way back to the beginning. It's like you miss one jump, cool, you get back to where that jump is. So it still can be frustrating at times, but it's not like rage inducing, you know? It's a really, really well made game with incredibly tight controls. It just feels great to play. It always entertains whenever I revisit the game. So before I get into number 1, there are a couple honorable mentions I want to get into, and I'm just going to kind of list them out. All of these games I love for one reason or another, and they were just shy of not making this list. So we have Kirby Air Ride. This game is awesome. Paper Mario and the Thousand Year Door. I'm excited for Origami King. We'll see if it lives up to the hype or if it lives up to the past disappointments of the series. And No Man's Sky, while it had a rough start, has become an amazing game. Okay, so drumroll, number 1 game for me of all time is Super Mario Sunshine. I love this game. It was revolutionary as far as like 3D Mario goes. Mario 64 was the first one in the franchise, and it is an amazing game, but Sunshine really narrowed down the things that made 64 great, and it polished on it a lot. It is objectively one of the best, if not the best, GameCube game to ever be made. It is phenomenal. It is everything that a 3D platformer should be. It has everything from great music, great level design. Overall, it's still a very charming game to go back and play. I have so many great memories of this game. The one level from it that always stands out when I think about the game, though, is the roller coaster level. Let me know in the comments below if that level sticks out in your mind for the game. I just remember as a kid, I thought the roller coaster level was like the funnest one ever. But honestly, the entire game is just super solid all the way through. Well, everybody, that is it for my top 10 list. Once again, thank you to my first 100 subs. It means so much to me that you're here and support my channel. If you want to come and hang out with me on Twitch, I stream every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. Link in the description below. I start at 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. I stream all sorts of stuff from Valorant to more chill games like Minecraft and Terraria. Every Sunday I stream Nintendo games, so mainly Mario Maker, but I also dabble and smashing Animal Crossing. So I hope to see y'all there. Let me know in the comments below which of these games are on your top 10 favorite list. Yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, happy gaming. He thought. Stupid Talon, you should know. Don't mess with me when I'm on my best champion. Oh.